Did Vikings wear hats? Have you ever wondered what Vikings looked like beyond the popular images of fierce warriors? One aspect that often gets overlooked is their headwear. So, did Vikings wear hats? Let's find out together. In Scandinavian history, particularly during the Viking Age, headwear was important for both practical and cultural reasons. While many people picture Vikings with horned helmets, that image is mostly a myth. Instead, Vikings wore various types of hats and headgear that served different purposes. Hats were essential for protection against the harsh Scandinavian climate. They were typically crafted from natural materials like wool or linen. Wool provided warmth during the cold months, while linen offered breathability in warmer weather. The materials were often woven into patterns such as herringbone or diamond, making them both durable and visually appealing. Several styles of hats were common during the Viking Age. One popular style was the conical hat, which you can find depicted in Viking art and literature. This hat was often worn for everyday activities. Another style was the pillbox cap, which was influenced by Roman designs. You could see these caps in areas where Vikings traded with the Roman Empire. Now, let's talk about the horned helmets. The idea that Vikings wore these helmets in battle is a misconception. The horned helmets actually originated from Bronze Age artifacts and were popularized in later art and literature. There is no evidence that Vikings used such helmets in their daily lives or during combat. Instead, these helmets were likely used for ceremonial purposes in earlier cultures. In Viking culture, headwear could signify a person's status, occupation, or group affiliation. While we may not have specific names for different hat styles, it is clear that hats were an important part of Viking clothing. They reflected both practical needs and cultural identity. Understanding the types of hats Vikings wore helps us appreciate their daily lives and cultural practices. It also reminds us to separate myth from historical fact when we think about Viking culture. So, next time you picture a Viking, remember that their hats were more than just accessories. They were a vital part of their identity and survival in a challenging environment.